Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive deep into the explosive twists surrounding Nathan West's miraculous return to Port Charles, and how it's shaking up the entire Obrecht family dynamic in ways no one saw coming. The buzz in Port Charles is reaching fever pitch with Nathan West's jaw-dropping comeback, a development that's poised to send shockwaves through Liesl Obrecht's world, blending overwhelming happiness with layers of complicated emotions. Imagine the scene. Liesl, who's endured years of heartache believing her son was gone forever, now faces the reality that Nathan survived that fateful 2018 encounter with the villainous Caesar Faison. Spoilers indicate that the Port Charles Police Department has left no stone unturned, verifying his identity through meticulous DNA testing and fingerprint analysis, confirming he's the real deal and not some elaborate imposter. This revelation isn't just a plot twist, it's a full-on family earthquake, flipping everything Liesl thought she knew about her losses. Adding to the drama, Britt Westburn finds herself drowning in a sea of guilt, her own past deceptions bubbling to the surface like never before. Could this be the moment that forces Britt to confront her choices? Or will it drive an even deeper wedge between mother and daughter? As fans speculate wildly online, one thing is clear. Nathan's return is rewriting the Obrecht family story, with high-stakes emotional fallout. Delving into Liesl's emotional roller coaster, it's impossible not to feel the intensity of her journey. For so long, Liesl has carried the weight of double grief, mourning the presumed deaths of both her children Nathan gunned down in a brutal showdown, and Britt vanishing under mysterious circumstances that turned out to be a carefully staged disappearance. Now, with Nathan stepping back into the light, Liesl's reaction is expected to be a potent mix of tears, disbelief, and unbridled joy, perhaps culminating in a heartfelt reunion scene at the hospital where she clutches him tightly, whispering apologies for ever doubting his survival. But this miracle doesn't come without strings attached. Invented elements in the spoilers suggest Liesl might experience vivid flashbacks to the night of the shooting, reliving the horror of Faison's cold-blooded attack in a dimly lit warehouse, complete with the echo of gunfire and the metallic scent of blood. This could amplify her protective instincts, making her question every shadow in Port Charles. Meanwhile, Britt watches from the sidelines, her burden growing heavier. Her own fake death, which she orchestrated to escape Faison's web of threats, now feels like a betrayal in the face of Nathan's resilience. What if Britt had reached out sooner? The guilt gnaws at her, especially as she sees the parallels between her resurrection and Nathan's, both defying death against all odds. Fans are theorizing that Britt's remorse might manifest in subtle ways, like her avoiding family gatherings or confiding in unlikely allies, setting the stage for explosive confrontations. Exploring the roots of Britt's overwhelming guilt reveals a tangled web of secrets and what-ifs that could redefine her character arc. At the heart of it, Britt's internal struggle seems tied to the possibility that she held crucial information about Nathan's fate all along. Picture this, during her time in hiding, perhaps in a remote Croatian safe house where she evaded Faison's operatives, Britt might have stumbled upon Klusmeba encrypted message from the World Security Bureau, or a whispered rumor from underground contact hinting that Nathan wasn't truly dead, but held captive in a similar predicament, inventing new details. Let's say she even crossed paths with a shadowy informant who provided grainy photos of Nathan in a makeshift prison cell, his features gaunt but unmistakably alive, choosing silence to shield Liesl from potential retaliation by Faison's lingering network of enemies. Britt now wrestles with the fallout. Her cover story of simply wanting a fresh start has already sparked Liesl's fury, but the deeper remorse suggests Britt is protecting her mother from an even greater pain, like the knowledge that Faison had orchestrated a double deception to break the family spirit. This guilt could explain her recent snappy interactions, such as lashing out at Jason Morgan during a tense hospital encounter, where her frustration boils over into uncharacteristic outbursts. As the storyline unfolds, Britt's burden might push her toward therapy sessions or late-night confessions, adding psychological depth to her portrayal and keeping viewers hooked on whether she'll crack under the pressure. Theories abound regarding the exact source of Britt's torment, each one peeling back another layer of this intricate family saga. One compelling idea is that Britt is concealing a clandestine reunion with Nathan during their shared ordeals abroad, a moment where they bonded over survival strategies in hidden bunkers, exchanging stories of their brushes with death. Revealing this could mend Liesl's broken heart, but Britt hesitates, fearing it would drag dangerous figures like Jen Sidwell back into their lives. Perhaps Sidwell with his international crime syndicate, played a role in faking Nathan's demise to manipulate Faison. A second theory posits that Britt obtained insider knowledge through WSB channels while in captivity, learning of Nathan's survival but staying mum to prevent his location from being compromised, imagining scenarios where assassins lurk in every corner of Port Charles. This negligence haunts her, especially if it meant Liesl suffered needless years of agony. Thirdly, Britt might berate herself for not detecting Faison's elaborate schemes earlier, like spotting forged medical reports or suspicious alliances that led to the deaths. Inventing fresh elements. Suppose Britt recalls a pivotal moment in a foggy European alley, where she overheard Faison boasting about his tricks, yet dismissed it as bravado, a mistake that now feels like a personal failure. These theories gain traction from Britt's erratic behavior, such as her avoidance of Maxie Jones, Nathan's widow, who remains in a coma, adding urgency to the plot. If Nathan's return jogs Maxie's memory or even awakens her, it could force Britt to face the music, intertwining guilt with hope in a masterful narrative weave. As the Obrecht family teeters on the edge of collapse or redemption, the implications of Nathan's return ripple outward, threatening to shatter fragile bonds. Spoilers hint at Nathan possibly returning with amnesia, his memories fragmented from years of isolation, perhaps in a secret facility where experiments blurred his sense of self. This could mean shared captivity stories with Britt come to light only through hypnosis sessions, or recovered journals, deepening the rift if Liesl discovers Britt's prior knowledge. The potential for explosion is high. Liesl's legendary temper might erupt in a dramatic showdown at the Quartermain mansion, where accusations fly and long-buried resentments surface. On the flip side, a full confession from Britt could pave the way for healing, with family therapy circles or group hugs symbolizing a fresh start. Complicating matters is Maxie Jones' precarious condition. Nathan's voice or presence might be the key to pulling her from the coma, but Britt's secrets could entangle Damien Spinelli, Maxie's partner, in a web of distrust, perhaps leading to custody battles over their children or alliance shifts in Port Charles. Underbelly. Will Britt's mounting guilt compel her to spill everything, risking it all for transparency, or will she cling to silence, letting the family fractures widen? As General Hospital builds toward these climactic reveals, one can't help but anticipate the emotional fireworks that will keep us all on the edge of our seats. In wrapping up this deep dive, Nathan's survival story isn't just about one man's defiance of death, it's a catalyst for profound family reckonings, forcing characters like Liesl and Britt to confront their pasts in raw, unflinching ways, with new layers of intrigue, from hidden reunions to shadowy threats. The Obrecht clan stands at a crossroads that could redefine loyalty and forgiveness in Port Charles. Next, we will uncover the explosive drama brewing in Port Charles as a long-forgotten family secret erupts, pitting the Quartermain clan against a mysterious newcomer with shocking claims that could shatter their empire forever. The air in Port Charles is thick with tension as spoilers tease an impending clash that's destined to rock the foundations of the illustrious Quartermain family, with the arrival of Ronnie, who boldly asserts her right to the sprawling Quartermain mansion and its vast estate. This enigmatic figure, revealed to be Monica Quartermain's long-lost biological sister, emerges from the shadows armed with a compelling narrative that ties back to Monica's adoption by Gail Baldwin decades ago. Marty Gray stumbles upon a pivotal letter written by Ronnie, meant for Monica but lost in transit due to her untimely passing, exposing a hidden sibling connection that's been buried for years. As the Quartermains grapple with this bombshell, Tracy Quartermain steps up as the fierce defender, vowing to battle relentlessly to preserve the estate for what she sees as its true inheritor. Michael Crinthos, with Monica's death still a fresh wound, having slipped away peacefully in her sleep, amid the quiet hum of hospital monitors. Timing of Ronnie's entrance feels like a cruel twist of fate. Will this revelation pay homage to Monica's enduring legacy, perhaps through unearthed family heirlooms like a locket containing Gail's portrait? Or will it dismantle everything she built, inventing fresh layers? Imagine Ronnie arriving in a sleek black sedan, her eyes scanning the mansion's grand facade with a mix of nostalgia and determination, setting the stage for courtroom dramas and heated confrontations that could redefine alliances in Port Charles. Diving deeper into Ronnie's dramatic entrance, it's clear this isn't just a simple family reunion, but a calculated move that drops like a grenade into the Quartermain midst, especially so soon after Monica's serene departure from this world. As Monica's biological sister, Ronnie claims a direct lineage through their shared adoption history with Gail Baldwin, A connection that might involve faded photographs from an old orphanage in upstate New York, where the sisters were separated as children due to bureaucratic mishaps. The letter discovered by Marty, whimsically adorned with crayon scribbles from young Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, during a playful afternoon at the estate, outlines Ronnie's desire for reconciliation, but her aggressive pursuit of the mansion and estate hints at ulterior motives, possibly backed by a concealed addendum to Monica's will hidden in a safety deposit box overseas. Spoilers suggest Ronnie's background is shrouded in mystery, perhaps involving a self-imposed exile in the cobblestone streets of a European village, where she evaded World Security Bureau entanglements, or even clandestine operations that kept her off the grid for decades. This wildcard element promises spectacular clashes, particularly with Tracy, whose no-nonsense demeanor could lead to verbal spars in the mansion's opulent living room, complete with crystal chandeliers casting dramatic shadows. Fans are abuzz, speculating if Ronnie possesses ironclad proof, like DNA results from a discreet lab test, or forgotten legal documents stamped with Gail's signature, that might overturn the family's carefully constructed inheritance plans and ignite a firestorm of legal battles. Tracy Quartermain's resolve shines through as she prepares for war, her grief over losing Monica, her longtime rival and confidant, fueling a fierce determination to safeguard the family's heritage against this unexpected threat. Still processing the void left by Monica's passing, Tracy channels her sharp wit and unyielding spirit into declaring Michael Corinthos the estate's rightful guardian, viewing him as the steady hand needed to navigate the turmoil at ELQ Enterprises and the scandals swirling around Drew Kane, including whispers of corporate espionage tied to falsified records. Facing off against Ronnie, Tracy is poised to deploy every tool in her arsenal, from cutting remarks delivered over afternoon tea to assembling a team of high-powered attorneys who pore over ancient deeds in dimly lit offices late into the night, inventing new details. Picture Tracy rallying the troops in a strategy session at the Metro Court, her voice echoing as she maps out countermeasures, perhaps enlisting Ned Quartermain's business acumen and Jason Morgan's quiet intimidation to fortify their position. The fanbase is in a frenzy, debating whether Tracy's aggressive tactics will successfully repel the interloper, or if Ronnie's claims carry enough legal merit. Maybe through a overlooked clause in Alan Quartermain's original will to turn the tide, potentially backfiring and exposing cracks in the family's united front. This confrontation isn't just about property, it's a test of Tracy's leadership, one that could either solidify her as the Quartermain matriarch or leave her isolated if alliances shift unexpectedly. Unraveling the enigma of Ronnie's intentions adds even more intrigue to this unfolding saga, as questions swirl about whether her quest is driven by a genuine yearning for sibling justice, or something far more calculated, possibly linked to shadowy figures like Jen Sidwell and his web of international schemes. Marty Gray's involvement as a potential ally for Ronnie, stemming from his regret over not delivering the letter to Monica in time, perhaps due to a distracting legal entanglement of his own, injects layers of betrayal and redemption into the mix, leaving fans to wonder if he'll side with Ronnie against Tracy, maybe sharing confidential files from his briefcase that reveal hidden Quartermain assets. The timing couldn't be worse, coinciding with Michael's ongoing custody skirmishes over his children and the somber preparations for Monica's memorial service, where floral arrangements of white lilies fill the air with a poignant scent. Tracy's unshakable drive might tip the scales in court, arguing passionately before a stern judge about the estate's historical significance, from its role in hosting pivotal family events to its hidden underground vaults, holding priceless artifacts. Yet, spoilers tease that Ronnie's rival could unearth additional secrets, such as whispers of other concealed heirs lurking in distant relatives' family trees, or forgotten scandals from Gail Baldwin's era that involve embezzled funds redirected to orphanages. As the Quartermain power dynamics hang in the balance, the big question looms: will Tracy triumph in securing the estate for Michael, fortifying the family's future, or will Ronnie's bold maneuvers rewrite the entire Quartermain narrative, introducing chaos and new bloodlines that alter Port Charles forever? Next, we will explore the thrilling developments in Jocelyn Joss Jack's world, as she navigates college life back at PCU, while her intriguing connection with Vaughn takes unexpected turns amid his big WSB promotion and the looming shadows of family secrets. The spotlight in Port Charles is shining brightly on Jocelyn Jacks, who's diving headfirst into her studies at Port Charles University, immersing herself in lectures on literature, and late-night cram sessions in the bustling campus library, all while Vaughn climbs the ranks within the World Security Bureau. Their unbreakable bond, ignited during a harrowing, adrenaline-fueled mission at the luxurious yet perilous Five Poppies Hotel in Crotai, where they dodged bullets and decoded encrypted messages in dimly lit corridors. No encounters, fresh obstacles as Vaughn's advancement threatens to pull back the curtain on his covert operative status. Joss, juggling her double life as a secret WSB recruit with the everyday demands of college parties and group projects, might slip under the radar of most classmates. But the real storm brews at home, where Carly Spencer could unleash a torrent of disapproval upon learning Joss is involved with a WSB agent, completely oblivious to the fact that Jack Brennan pulled strings to enlist her daughter. Without a word, this web of intrigue raises the stakes. Can the sparks from their Croatian escapades endure the mounting pressures of exposure and family interference? Or will it all come crashing down in a blaze of revelations, inventing new layers? Picture Joss stealing glances at her phone during a sociology class, rereading encrypted texts from Vaughn about his latest briefing in a high-security WSB facility, her heart racing with a mix of excitement and dread as she ponders how to keep their worlds from colliding. Focusing on Vaughn's well-deserved promotion, it's evident that his heroic survival against the ruthless Pascal, emerging from a tense standoff in a fog-shrouded warehouse with vital intelligence in hand, has propelled him up the WSB hierarchy. But this elevation comes with the risk of his shadowy role bursting into the public eye. Spoilers hint that such a rise could lead to formal announcements or media buzz in Port Charles, where locals might start whispering about his daring exploits over coffee at Kelly's Diner, turning him into an unintended celebrity. Meanwhile, Joss blends seamlessly into campus routines, attending art exhibits with friends and acing exams, her own WSB affiliations tucked away like a hidden tattoo, evading casual inquiries from peers such as Trina Robinson during study breaks in the quad. However, if word of Vaughn's new title spreads like wildfire, perhaps through a leaked press release or a high-profile award ceremony at the Metro Court, it could inadvertently shine a light on Joss's concealed double life, forcing her to navigate awkward questions or even campus gossip columns, speculating about her mysterious absences. Enthusiastic fans are debating online whether this shift will strain their budding relationship, compelling them to choose between maintaining a strictly professional facade, complete with coded meetings in secluded parks, or embracing a deeper romantic commitment that defies the odds, all while weighing the dangers of increased visibility in a town rife with intrigue. Carly Spencer's protective instincts are bound to ignite like fireworks when she catches wind of Joss dating someone entrenched in the WSB's perilous world, leading to heated confrontations with Jack Brennan as she demands answers about the risks to her daughter's safety. Unbeknownst to Carly, Jack harbors a gnawing guilt over his clandestine decision to recruit Joss, a choice made in a tense, rain-soaked alleyway where he convinced her of the greater good, and this secret weighs on him like an anchor with every accusatory glance from Carly. Should she corner him in the Spencer family home, surrounded by framed photos of happier times, Jack might fidget and deflect, terrified that probing too deeply could unravel the truth and spark a massive fallout. The viewer community is abuzz with speculation. Will Joss stand her ground, passionately arguing that she's equipped to handle Vaughn's line of work, perhaps citing her own training sessions in self-defense and cryptography? Will Carly's relentless digging escalate into a full-blown family crisis, culminating in the explosive reveal of Joss's WSB ties during a tense dinner? This tension might even fracture Carly's relationship with Jack, pushing her toward rekindling old flames with Sonny Corinthos amid sunlit walks along the docks, or seeking solace from Jason in quiet, supportive conversations that hint at unresolved feelings. As Joss settles into the rhythm of campus existence, balancing rigorous coursework on environmental science with social mixers under twinkling string lights, her path starkly contrasts with Vaughn's ascent into a more visible WSB spotlight, putting their chemistry from that fateful Croatian adventure to the ultimate test. Pursuing a romance could mean cherishing stolen interludes, like midnight rendezvous at a hidden lakeside cabin where they share stories of near misses and future dreams, strengthening their connection against all odds. Yet, the shadows of WSB protocols, which might forbid personal entanglements to avoid conflicts of interest, combined with Carly's potential furry, envision her storming into Jack's office, papers flying in a whirlwind of anger loom as formidable barriers. Fans are on the edge of their seats, pondering if Joss and Vaughn will emerge as Port Charles' newest power couple, Boldly go in public with hand-holding strolls through the park, or opt for discretion to safeguard their covert operations and personal lives. A confrontation between Carly and Jack could be the tipping point, pressuring Joss into a confession that rattles the Spencer household to its core, perhaps leading to emotional family therapy sessions or unexpected alliances. Ultimately, the burning question remains: can Joss and Vaughn elevate their partnership to new heights, overcoming the hurdles of secrecy and scrutiny? Or will the weight of exposure fracture their promising bond, leaving hearts broken in the wake of Port Charles' endless dramas?